Hello everyone, welcome to this VHDL tutorial part 2. In this tutorial we are going to discuss about two different types of statement called sequential and concurrent statements. So in the last video lecture we discussed about the different types of modeling that are available in VHDL. We have seen some three types of modeling. The first one is data flow modeling, then second we discussed about the behavioral modeling, and the third we have structural modeling. So அதோட summaries வந்து உங்களுக்கு points ஞாபகம் இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். So once again I recall the points regarding those modeling. So in data flow modeling அப்படின்னா it consists of many concurrent statements. So அந்த regarding the data flow modeling அப்படிங்கிறதுல என்னென்ன key points ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிறத once again I summarize. So in data flow modeling it consists of many number of concurrent statements, and similarly in data flow if you want to write a data flow modeling for a certain applications we need or we require boolean expression for the design. For example, half adder and full adder, so whatever may be the circuit, we need the boolean expression for the design. And similarly it represents the behavior and it is the very lowest abstraction level of abstraction வந்து பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா it is the very lowest level. And the view of data or the flow of data அப்படிங்கிறது always எங்கேருந்து எங்கே இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா the view of data or flow of data will be from input to output. Okay, so these are all some of the points about data flow modeling. And similarly if you come to the behavioral modeling, so behavioral modeling என்ன இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா we are having many number of sequential statements, and all these statements are written inside the process. Okay, so the sequential statements எல்லாமே எங்கே இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா process அப்படின்ட்டு ஒரு construct யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம், அந்த construct உள்ளே இருக்கும். Similarly if you want to write behavioral modeling for certain applications, we should thorough with its truth table or behavior of the circuit. And இதில் வந்து இந்த ப்ராசஸ் அப்படிங்கிற ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்டு அண்டு வேரியஸ் டைப்ஸ் ஆஃப் சீக்வன்சியல் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து நமக்கு கொஞ்சம் ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கணும். அண்ட் ரிகார்டிங் ஸ்ட்ரக்சரல் மாடலிங், தேர்ட் மாடலிங் அப்படிங்கிறது என்னென்னா இட் ரெப்ரசன்ட்ஸ் த காம்பனன்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் இட்ஸ் இன்டர் கனெக்ஷன்ஸ். So if you want to write VHDL model for certain applications using structural modeling, we should have a knowledge about what are the components that are all present in the circuit, or what are the components and its interconnections. அது வந்து நமக்கு நல்லா தரவாக தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும். And it represents a structure, whereas the behavioral and data modeling, data flow modeling அது எது represent பண்ணுது அப்படின்னா it represents the behavior, whereas the structural modeling represents the structure. So it consists of RTL, register transfer logic அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு abstractionsல வந்துடும். And the view is very close to the hardware. Okay, so these are all some of the points regarding different types of modeling. But in this tutorial we are going to see about and the two type of statements, sequential and concurrent statements. We will have a discussion. So let us start with the concurrent statements. So the concurrent statement அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா it can appear anywhere in the architecture. So we all know that the VHDL having three sections, like a library section, then entity section, then architecture section. So in the concurrent statement அப்படிங்கிறது it can appear anywhere in the architecture. And similarly the statements in the concurrent statements, and the number of statements in the concurrent construct can be executed in a asynchronous order. So that means it is a order independent. For example, you are having some 4 number of statements அப்படின்னா எந்த ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் வேணாலும் எக்ஸிக்யூட் ஆகலாம் ஃபர்ஸ்ட். ஸோ therefore it is a order independent. And similarly it executed once at the beginning of simulation or upon some triggered event. So in the beginning of simulation la occur or some whenever we are having some triggered event எப்பெல்லாம் occur ஆகுதோ அப்போல்லாம் this type of concurrent statements வந்து நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஸோ இது இந்த concurrent statement அப்படிங்கிறது எங்கே அதிகமாக நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம் அப்படின்னா in case of data flow modeling and structural modeling தான் நம்ம வந்து என்ன பண்ணுறோம் அப்படின்னா அந்த concurrent statement அப்படிங்கிறத யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம். We all know that the data flow modeling என்னன்னு தெரியும், and concurrent modeling, structural modeling அப்படின்னா என்னன்னு தெரியும். So this is the common syntax used for concurrent statement. Okay, so அந்த concurrent statement ஓட common syntax வந்து பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா இந்த மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும். Output signal. So this operator is called assignment operator. இந்த ஆப்ரேட்டருக்கு என்ன பேர் அப்படின்னா already we discussed assignment operator. and on right side வந்து we have some expression in terms of inputs. So the flow of data வந்து it will be from input to output இருக்கும். So these two are some of the examples of concurrent statements. So these two are nothing but the expression of half adder. So அந்த half adder ஓட sum and carry குள்ள expression. So இதில் வந்து பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா these two statements are executed in a concurrent manner. So and it is a order independent. எது வேணாலும் first execute ஆகலாம். And these statements are executed only at the beginning of simulation or whenever we are having some triggered event. எப்போ occur ஆகுதோ அப்போ மட்டும் தான் இது execute ஆகும். And now let us see what are the different styles of concurrent statement. So இந்த concurrent statementல வந்து பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா different styles அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா we have some three different styles. The first one is called symbol signal assignment. So previously ஒரு syntax பார்த்தோம் இல்லையா, sum and carry. So that is the example for symbol signal assignment without any conditions. So those two statements are executed without any conditions. Okay, இந்த condition கிடையாது. And the second type of style என்ன அப்படின்னா conditional signal assignment. And the third type of style is called selected signal assignment. So in case of conditional signal assignment we can use when else அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு construct யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். In case of selected signal assignment we can use this different construct either with select or block or assert statements. So இதில் எந்த statements வேணாலும் யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். And these three are the different styles of writing concurrent statements. So the first one is called symbol signal assignment, and the second one is called conditional signal assignment, and the third one is called selected signal assignment. So if you want to write in a conditional signal assignment you can use when else. So and its syntax is given. So அந்த when else அப்படிங்கிறதோட syntax வந்து பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா இந்த மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும். And similarly if you want to write a selected signal assignment we can use either with the select or block statement or assert statements. So these are some of the examples of selected signal assignment, and this is a syntax for with select. So on the syntax வந்து we have to remember, அதை மறந்துட்டோம் அப்படின்னா நம்மளால we cannot proceed further. So and similarly we will have a small example in the concurrent statement எழுதுறதுக்கு நம்ம என்ன பண்ண போறோம் அப்படின்னா we are having a small example called 4-to-1 multiplexer. So 4-to-1 multiplexer அப்படின்னு ஒரு multiplexer இருக்கு. So அந்த 4-to-1 multiplexer வந்து நம்ம என்ன பண்ண போறோம்னா we are going to write with the help of when else or with select. எப்படி வேணாலும் நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம், எந்த கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ட் வேணாலும் யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். So I am going to write a VHDL code for concurrent statements. So அந்த concurrent statements யூஸ் பண்ணி நான் என்ன பண்ண போறேன் அப்படின்னா I am going to implement a 4-to-1 multiplexer with the help of with select construct யூஸ் பண்ணி நான் பண்ண போறேன். So அது வந்து நம்ம tutorial பார்க்கலாம். So இதோட explanation you all know that இந்த multiplexer அப்படின்னா it consists of some 4 number of inputs, and the 4 inputs are represented as A, B, C and D. The size of all these inputs are 4 bit. So 4 bit wide, so 3 down to 0, that represents 4 bit wide. So all these input A, B, C, D are 4 bit wide, and we have 2 select signals. So we have 4 input அப்படின்னா நமக்கு எத்தனை select signals வேணும் அப்படின்னா we need 2 select signals. So this can be written as 2 to the power 2. So therefore the power indicates number of select signals. So we need 2 select signals, and this is represented as S of 0 and S of 1, and we have one output. So that is represented as X of 3 down to 0. The width of input and output should be same. So the input oda width என்னவோ அதே தான் output oda width ஆவும் இருக்கணும். So whenever we are having select signals 0 0 அப்படின்னா A will be selected, and when the select signal is 0 1 B will be selected, and when the select signal is 1 0 C will be selected, and when the select signal is 1 1 D will be selected. So this is the concept of 4-to-1 multiplexer. We will see how to write a VHDL code using with select construct. So then we have here sequential statements. So on the sequential statement அப்படிங்கிறது it can be used or it appears only inside the process statement. அந்த ஆர்கிடெக்சருக்குள்ள process அப்படின்னு ஒரு ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் இருக்கும். ஸோ அந்த ப்ராசஸ் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்டுக்குள்ளே தான் என்ன ஆகும் அப்படின்னா we can use the sequential statements, and sequential as the name itself we can able to understand. So the statements are executed one after another. So therefore this is a type of order dependent. Okay, so the sequential statements அப்படிங்கிறது என்னன்னா it is a order dependent. Okay, because the statements are executed sequentially one after another. So therefore and the sequential statements are called as order dependent, whereas Concurrent statements are called as order independent. Okay, and similarly in the case of sequential statements, it executed when the control is transferred. So in control அப்படிங்கிறது ரொம்ப important. So the control இருந்தால் தான் என்ன ஆகும் அப்படின்னா the signals will be transferred, and it is executed whenever the control is occurred. Okay, to the sequential bodies. எப்பெல்லாம் அந்த sequential bodyக்கு ஒரு control signals போகுதோ அப்போ வந்து execute ஆகிட்டே இருக்கும். So this is the common points regarding about sequential statements. So now let us have a different styles of writing sequential statements. So the sequential statements எழுதுறதுக்கு என்னென்ன different styles இருக்கு அப்படிங்கிறத டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணலாம். So this is the first choice, case statement and if statement, loop statement. So in loop statement we have three different types of loop. One is called for loop, while loop and forever loop. And these are all the other statements: next statement, exit, null statement, procedure statement, wait statement, return statements. So these are all the other statements. So we can use all these statements whenever we are using some sequential execution. So sequential execution or sequential statements எப்பெல்லாம் நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணுறோமோ we can use any one of the construct. இந்த statementsல எந்த constructs வேணாலும் யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். And its syntax is given. So இந்த case statement or if statement or loop statement அப்படின்னா அதோட syntax எப்படி இருக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிறதும் வந்து we should remember. So now let us have one example. This is called a D flip-flop. So it has two input D. It has two input D, and another input is clock. So therefore D is the data input. D flip-flop is called as data flip-flop, and we have one clock signal. So the clock will be like this. So equal on and off. Okay, so equal on and off, and we have two outputs, Q and its complement, Q bar. So in the basically flip-flop is here edge triggered device. So therefore I am operating this flip-flop at the positive edge. So let us imagine. So this is the positive edge of the flip-flop, and this is the negative edge or falling edge of the flip-flop. So I am operating the flip-flop at the positive edge. So whenever I am getting the positive edge of the clock, the data will be transferred to output. So இங்கே என்ன data இருக்குமோ that will be transferred to output whenever I am getting positive edge or negative edge. So அது எப்படி நம்ம டிசைன் பண்ணுறோமோ according to the edges we can design. ஸோ அது பாசிட்டிவ் எட்ஜில் ஒர்க் ஆகிற மாதிரி டிசைன் பண்ணணுமா ஒரு நெகட்டிவ் எட்ஜில் ஒர்க் ஆகிற மாதிரி டிசைன் பண்ணணுமா அப்படிங்கிறத நம்ம டிசைன் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஸோ whenever I am getting the positive edge or negative edge, the data will be transferred to the output Q. So at the Q bar we will get the complement of its complement of the Q. So இந்த Q ஓட complement என்னமோ அதுதான் கிடைக்கும். So now let us write how to write a VHDL code for 4-to-1 multiplexer and D flip-flop using concurrent and sequential statements அப்படிங்கிறத நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணலாம். So for that I am going to use Xilinx ISE 9.2i. So already இந்த Xilinx 9.2ல எப்படி ஒர்க் பண்ணணும் அப்படிங்கிறது already explained. So now I am going to create a project. So consider here we have four inputs A, B, C, D, and X is output, and S of 1, S of 0 are nothing but input, select input. So now create a project, new project. You go to file, then select project, new project. So here I am going to write a multiplexer. So simply I am giving the name Mux and give next. So select the properties according to the target device. So என்ன target devices யூஸ் பண்ணுறோமோ அதை பேஸ் பண்ணி இந்த ப்ராப்பர்ட்டிஸ் சூஸ் பண்ணிங்க. So once the properties are chosen, you click on next, and now I am going to create a new VHDL module called Mux 421. Okay, this is the name I am giving, Mux 421. Now here I am going to define the input and outputs. Okay, so A is one input, and B is another input, and C is another input, and D is another input. Am I correct? So we have four inputs, and the bus size of the bus is 3 down to 0, So now choose bus size, so 3 down to 0, MSB will be 3 and LSB will be 0, so 3 down to 0, and all A, B, C, D are 3 down to 0, so that's why I am giving 3 down to 0. And next I am having one input called S, that is nothing but select line, so yes, and the size of the bus is 1 down to 0, 1 down to 0, and I am having one output called X. So now change the direction from in to out, because X is output, and the size of the bus is again 3 down to 0. So once you assign all these input and outputs, click on next, and now check the summary. If it is correct means you create a project and file. So these lines are nothing but some description. I am deleting all these unwanted lines. So this is the skeleton. This is the skeleton of what? Or 4-to-1 multiplexer. So like this represents library function, and this module represents entity, and this module represents architecture. So we have 4 inputs, A, B, C, D, and the size of all these inputs are 4 down to 0, 3 down to 0. It is a 4-bit size, and we have one select line, and the size is 1 down to 0, and we have one output, it is 3 down to 0. Now I am going to write a VHDL code for 4-to-1 multiplexer using let us have one example called with select. Okay, so I am going to use the with select. So this is the syntax for with select. Okay, so this is the syntax for with select. I am going to use this syntax. So I am going to use this syntax. So I am going to write a VHDL code using with select construct. So you can use among the 3. So symbol signal assignment, or conditional signal assignment, or selected signal assignment. Use here I am going to implement a 4-to-1 multiplexer using with select construct. So just I am copying. And the syntax is change panna. So that will use panna. So with here the choice expression. So in the choice expression it is a conditional signals. In the multiplexer will work based on the select signal. Okay, so select signal yes select signal. So rename it as SEL. So therefore SEL is nothing but conditional expression. Okay, so with and the syntax change panadinga. So with then I give the conditional signal assignment. So then here the name is nothing but it represents output. Here what is the output? X is the output. So X is the output, X. Then this is nothing but a assignment operator, and this expression represents output. Okay, so I am selecting A. So A select choices on the select so A will be selected when S is what? 0 0. Okay, so S is 0 0 X will be selected. Okay, so this is the syntax for with select. So with select use with then conditional expression, then select with select when or nothing but a keyword. It has a predefined meaning. So with then conditional expression, then select, then expression represents output, and then we have a assignment operator. Then input select A will be selected when the select line is 0 0. So likewise we can write all the condition. So next now B will be selected. So next now expression B will be selected. ஸோ B select ஆக போகுது எப்போ அப்படின்னா when the select line is 0 1. Okay, am I correct? When the select line is 0 1. Similarly, now come to the third line. Now I'm going to select C as output. So எப்போ C select ஆக போகுது when the select line will be 1 0. Okay, when the select line will be 1 0 அப்படின்னா your C will be selected, otherwise D will be selected. D எப்போ select ஆகும் அப்படின்னா when the select line is others. So this is the simple VHDL code for 4 to 1 multiplexer using with select. So now let me check, or let me compile. I'm going to compile the program. So I have one error. I am missing the comma. Once again compile the program. So now the program is correct. So my program does not contain any errors. So this is the simple code for 4 to 1 multiplexer using what? With the selector statement. And similarly, now we can write a VHDL code using some sequential statement. Use பண்ணி பண்ண போறேன். So for that purpose I'm going to use the sequential statement la we have case statement, if statement, loop statement, and we have so many statements. So among them I'm going to use a if statement use பண்ண போறேன். So similarly I'm going to create a new project. So here I'm going to write a D flip-flop. So that's why I'm giving the name DFF, and select the properties of targeted device, and now create a VHDL module. So D flip-flop, now give the input and the outputs. So here we have what are the inputs we have? We have some two inputs, D and the clock, and we have two outputs, Q and the Q bar. Okay, so D is one input, and CLK clock is another input, and Q is the output. So that's all. Q bar is nothing but a complement of Q, so I am not representing in the program. So this is the input and outputs for VHDL for writing a flip-flop. So D clock and Q bar are the inputs and outputs. So now change the direction of Q from in to out because it is the output. Now I am creating so now the file is created. As usual, you delete the unwanted lines. So now this represents what? Entity section, library function, then entity section of the D flip-flop, and here we have architecture section. So the major difference between your concurrent and the sequential statements என்னென்ன அப்படிங்கிறது you know that concurrent அப்படிங்கிறது it appears anywhere in the architecture, whereas sequential statements அப்படிங்கிறது it appears only in the process statement. So sequential நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னா அங்கே நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா we have to include one statement called process. ஸோ ப்ராசஸ் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்டை இன்க்ளூட் பண்ணணும். ஸோ அந்த ப்ராசஸ் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்டுக்குள்ளே தான் என்ன இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா இந்த சீக்வன்சியல் கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ட்ஸ் இருக்கும். ஸோ அந்த ப்ராசஸ் தென் வி ஹவ் எ சென்சிட்டிவிட்டி பராமீட்டர். ஸோ எந்த இன்புட்டு பேஸ் பண்ணி சேஞ்ச் ஆக போதோ அது கொடுக்க போகிறோம். ஓகே, ஸோ ப்ராசஸ் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் அப்படிங்கிறது இட் இஸ் மேண்டட்ரி ஃபார் ரைட்டிங் எ சீக்வன்சியல் கோட். And sequential statements the statements are executed one after another. Okay, so it is a order dependent, whereas in concurrent statement it is a order independent. Okay, independent. So here I am going to use one statement called process. Okay, process, and here I am taking clock as the sensitivity parameter, then give once again begin, and I am going to use here if else construct. So here we want to represent what? The rising edge of the clock. Okay, so in the clock order rising edge or falling edge நம்ம VHDL represent பண்ணுறதுக்கு we have to use one term called clock CLK tick. event, clock tick event on the CLK. So this line represents rising edge of the clock. So otherwise we can use rising edge of the clock. அதையும் நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஸோ clock tick event on the event represents rising edge of the clock. So therefore my flip-flop will work only whenever I am getting the rising edge. Okay. So therefore the construct of if else will be if condition, then and we have statements. So here the statement is in statement அப்படிங்கிறது என்னன்னா input will be assigned to output. So therefore Q assignment operator D. Okay. So now I have to close the end statement, if statement, using end if, and similarly I have to close or terminate the process statement using end process. So now look at the program. So this is the statement that represents the working of what D flip-flop. So in the D flip-flop அப்படிங்கிறதுல we have two inputs, ரெண்டு input இருக்கு. ஒரு input வந்து D and another input will be clock. Okay, so clock, so like this, equal on time and off time. Okay, and we have one output Q that represents output. So whenever I am getting the rising edge, so எப்பெல்லாம் எனக்கு rising edge கிடைக்குதோ, rising edge of the clock கிடைக்குதோ, during that time my input will be transferred to output. So this is the concept of flip-flop. So அதை நான் அப்படியே இங்கே if else அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு concept யூஸ் பண்ணி implement பண்ணிக்கிறேன். So now I am going to compile my program. So before that you change save your program. So now it's running successfully. Okay, so that means no errors in the program. So this is a way to create or way to use concurrent and sequential statements in VHDL. Thank you for watching.